All right, I'm making videos of everything I show you so that people can review them and they can also come in late and catch up. So this is an instant response CTF. So you go to samsclass.info, which I imagine you already know. You click this instant response and you end up here. And so there's a bunch of challenges and there's a place to submit flags and get on the scoreboard. And I'm going to demonstrate these and talk about them. And you can start doing them now. The most important thing to understand is that you don't have to do them in order. You don't have to do them all. Find whatever is of interest to you and do that. And if you like, you can just watch my demonstrations of the others. And this is hopefully going to be of value to everyone so that people who are just beginners will do the easy ones. People who are experts will zip to the hard ones. So that hopefully everybody will find something new to learn. This is not a serious CTF with a prize at the end or much glory for winning, because these problems are not all new. They're pretty simple. There are instructions, and we are here to help you. Caitlin and Irvin are here. I see them in the chat. I think Liz may not be here yet.
I'm here too.
Oh, good. Okay, good. We're all here. And so contact us by DM or the chat if you need help. We will give you hints and whatever help you need so you can get some flags, and hopefully everybody will find something fun to do. So I'm just going to summarize the general categories here in the first video to get people started. So first you have to get a Linux server to work with. And you can in principle use a local virtual machine or something, but most people are better off if you just use a Google Cloud server. It's free. And then everyone's using exactly the same version. And then you can install Splunk and Suricata on it, using free versions also. And that gives you a defense system on your Linux server. And then you can attack it and watch the attacks come in. Metasploit and Drupalgeddon, you install Drupal on a server so that it is running a vulnerable product. And you can use OS Query also to examine it. So this is attack and defense with Linux. Then you need a Windows server. You can run it locally in VMware or VirtualBox and connect it to your cloud server with a VPN, or you can just put it in Google Cloud. And then we do the same stuff on Windows. We put on Splunk, use Sysmon to add more information into Splunk from the Windows event logs, and then detect a ransomware type attack. Then a lot of other tricks, capturing RAM from a process, the way the Target hack did, where they stole credit cards out of RAM, using VirusTotal and Wireshark to analyze suspicious files, and then suspicious packets with packet total, configuring Yara to scan for known malware, prefetch file, and then Google's GR, rapid response tool, and Zeek, which used to be called Bro. These are new projects I've added, and I'm quite happy with them. Those are really important topics. And I'm just going to get this out of the way. All right. Then the attack matrix. The attack matrix is this thing which I saw a couple of years ago, and my first thought was, this is just mind-boggling and complicated and far too much information, and I don't know what good it is anyway. But I gradually got used to it and finally understood how it works. So I have realized this is actually very important for my students, because this list of something like 200 items, you should really know what all these things are. You should know what all these attacks are and what all these defenses are. This is part of the turning cybersecurity into a science from an art, where you organize your information. You have steps that an attacker goes through, and therefore layers of defenses you can put in to stop them. And you try to move towards having some security metrics that mean something. One thing about security that is a huge problem is we really can't measure how secure you are. And it would be nice if we could. So there have been many attempts to try to organize and turn this stuff into numbers. Anyway, so I have a series of projects where you just practice understanding all the information in the attack matrix, and then we'll use the attack navigator to compare APT actors, and then Caldera, which is one of the products that simulates these attackers and sends attack chains that emulate real attackers, so you can test your defenses and see if you can stop real APT attackers. Then, if you want to learn Splunk, by the way, one thing you could do is just ignore everything else and do only this, and that would be perfectly fine. You don't need to install anything. there's a Splunk server running in the cloud that I set up, and you just practice finding real attacks with Splunk. And if you don't know Splunk, you should learn Splunk. And learning Splunk alone would be a very valuable skill. Then some stuff people saw, they took my workshop yesterday, are here. If you want them, you can learn binary, basic Linux bash, more advanced bash skills, and PowerShell skills if you want to review the command line or learn it, or Metasploit, or basic networking skills like Wireshark and Nmap. There are some projects there to do if you want to review the fundamentals. So that's an overview of things. Find something of interest to you and start doing it, and then I'll demonstrate these things. So I'm going to stop this video and post it up.